This is New Hampshire Track and Field, powered by Marathon Sports. Coming at you from UNH here for the afternoon session. We have just started the girls 3K. Ryan Morey here on the call with you, with others joining us throughout the day. As we just ended our morning session not too long ago, probably around 1 o'clock. It is just before 2:30. We started a little early. We've got some incoming snow, so we'll keep everybody updated to see if we have any schedule changes as we go. WTL UNH going to be joining me for this girls 3K.
Howdy, folks.
So let's get a look at our field here. If I can get the results here.
Yeah, you're in the morning meet.
Thank you. I can read, thank you. So, all right, girls 3K, here we go. We've got 6 runners on the track. We've got Butler of Hollis Brookline, Flanagan of Campbell, Duncan of Campbell, Hardy of Hollis Brookline, Unger of Raymond, and Bauer of Hollis Brookline. And we've got live splits going on. So thank you over to Speed Sport Timing.
We got a pretty good group going here.
Yeah, I mean, we got a pack of 5. Kind of all ducks in a row here.
They were just kind of nice in a field this small. A lot of times it gets really spread out early, and then you have kind of no one to run with. So hopefully they can stay as close together as long as possible.
Yeah, I feel like it's always a mixed bag, especially in here with the 3K. It's nice that it's not spread out, so you can keep track of laps a little bit better.
Yep. Yeah, that definitely makes it a lot easier.
But I can imagine that's probably not going to stay the same the whole time, but at least in the beginning it makes it a little bit easier for everybody. So it looks like we already got Mike Smith back on the chat with us. Looking forward to that 3K with Peyton Jocelyn coming up from Monadnock. Everybody else, feel free to join us in the chat as well. We'll be looking through that the whole time. And we'll be responding to you as well. Any shout outs you can throw in the comments as well. We will do our best to see those.
It's still close. Nice little train going.
Yeah, nobody's really making any movement right now. Might see something in the back right now. But and though, for those who don't know, we will have a blind spot in the back straightaway just because of the positioning of this facility. Kind of an odd one as always with the 160-meter track.
Yeah, and the tunnel.
Yeah, in the tunnel. I like to call it the void because just everything just gets lost in there.
Yeah, although we do have a camera in the void.
We do have a camera in the void, so I guess not everything's lost, but it gets us pretty bright for a void, so maybe it's not a best name choice for it.
Yeah, it's a well-lit void. I agree with you, Lars.
All right, so we're coming around. Actually not sure how many laps left we have. I think we're on lap number 7? Perhaps? So yeah, we had some pretty good times throughout the day this morning, as well as performance in the field events. We will keep everybody updated as we go on the field events. Butler still leading the way right now. She's starting to put a gap on the rest of the field. Unger right behind her. Actually, they have now 10 to go. As again, we have live splits going on over at Speed Sport Timing. You can head on over to live.sstresults.com. We'll throw that in the chat for everybody if you want to be keeping tabs on some of the field events as well as the live splits as we go. So we've definitely now spread out from that pack of 5. So Butler coming up on 7 to go. Starting to find some lap traffic.
These girls are getting dizzy yet.
So she's making a pass on her teammate. So she came through right around 7:04 with 7 left.
All right, I think 800 left next time across the line.
I think so, yeah. Yep, we should be at 5 to go. Yeah, that's the easiest number to remember in here.
Yeah,
is 800.
I can do that one.
Yeah, that one we can do.
Yeah.
Because that's just an easy 5 laps.
Yeah.
So again, Butler well in the lead right now. 8:18. I don't know any pacing for the 3K, so I wish I could tell you all what she's targeting.
Yeah, I would probably be able to tell you on a 200 track, but not in here.
I know somebody who could. You're right behind us, but
yeah, no. They're busy.
So here we go. We're coming up. She's already up on 4 to go.
It's roughly.
Nope.
11.
I'll be honest. I've actually lost track of where she is.
11:30, I think.
Perhaps.
11.
Yeah, I've actually lost
That
track
might
of
be
where
right.
her leader is because I thought her teammate was right behind her.
This is the leader here.
Ah, there she is.
Yep.
That'll happen a lot with
So
the
that's
3K. Is
2 to go.
You just lose track of them sometimes.
I think she's like 11:20-ish pace. Somewhere around there.
Well, we'll see if you're right in about 3 laps.
Low to mid 11s.
Yeah. 9:54 on the clock right now. All right, we should be coming up on Butler's final lap. And again, Unger, right, is going to be in second.
All right, bell lap.
Bell lap for Butler.
I think I was pretty close in my prediction.
Interesting, they actually just said Hardy has one to go. So she must have made a move around Unger.
Yeah, here is the finish.
Yep, here we go.
11:26.
There. That's going to be 11:26 for Butler. Followed by her teammate. Great move by her. She made a great lead change for Hardy. 11:36.87. Excuse me. That's going to be followed by, I believe that is Flanagan. That's Flanagan, 11:47.54. Then Unger, 11:51.87. We're going to be waiting up for Duncan and Bauer to cross the line. This should be Duncan finishing up. Her official time not coming through quite yet. There it is, 12:16.28. And then we will have Bauer finishing up there, right around 12:38. Official time 12:37.72, as that will finish it off there, as we now can see the boys' 3K line. Mike Smith, look, this is what you've been waiting for. Peyton Jocelyn, our #1 seed, coming into this boys' 3K. And we'll introduce our full heat here. We got Jocelyn of Monadnock, Groupin of Milford, Scott of Hollis Brookline. They have it, keep scrolling on me. Talbot of Hollis Brookline, Friccione of Wyndham, Coates of Milford, Price of Pelham, Patel of Pelham. May have a quick moment where our corner is out for a second. So we'll have a little bit of a blind spot for a moment, as we'll get that back up and going. It just went through right around 21.
We'll see.
All right, we have Tyler Sheedy joining us.
Yes, so excited to see if Peyton Jocelyn's racing this all out or just trying to go for the win today.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to race on time here at UNH, is it not? With 3K?
Yeah, I know. And so I'm not quite sure if, like, maybe just trying to get some tactical running under his belt. Another thing I could see him doing, I don't know what else he's racing today, but I'm sure he's imagining tripling or doubling at D2 states. So I'm sure he's probably going to look to see if he's doubling today to kind of get some practice with that. Although I don't see him in the 1500.
He opened up in 21 through the first lap. Again, I don't know how much that means in a 160-meter track, but
21 for the first lap?
yes.
That can't be.
Well, it's only 3/4.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously Jocelyn's going to be in the lead here. I mean, you'd be a fool to not to try to take the lead from him. Got Skarupin in second. It's all on a line here. William Scott and Cole Friccione. Now we're bringing in 3K analyst Lars Hogney.
That's me. I've run at least one 3K in my life.
Yeah, I'd hope so. So we're going to be coming up towards, or through at least 800 meters.
We are coming up on the K, actually.
Yep, so they're going to come through the starting line again, it's going to be 960 meters.
Yeah.
So it looks like Skrupin's kind of on the shoulder of Jocelyn right now. Around when they hit this this line here, they'll be
Not that one.
At that 1K?
It was the one above it. It's back there a little bit.
Yep.
So they're right on 5 flat pace right now, give or take a second or two.
And now it seems that it's going to be Jocelyn and Skrupin breaking away. This is the ideal scenario for Skrupin.
They are not running all that fast.
Well, I mean, my thought process is Jocelyn's probably not racing this all out today. I mean,
They are. This is shaping perfectly for Skrupin.
That's what I'm
here.
saying. Yeah.
But it's for Jocelyn. It's just not. It's not there. I mean,
Jocelyn's definitely not going for time today.
I'm sure he has a plan, but
Yep.
you know.
He looks so smooth right now in Skrupin. He just looks locked in right on the shoulder.
Maybe they have an agreement worked out. You never know.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, and I was looking through the heat sheets. I did not see Jocelyn in anything else today, so it seems this will be his only event.
I'm sure he's going to win unless, like we just said, there's some sort of agreement worked out, but pacing duties. But
Well, and Skrupin last week or 2 weeks ago put up a great 1500 time. So
what did he run?
I think like 412 or so, something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, great time.
Not bad at all.
So he's definitely got the wheels to run pretty fast. I'm probably going to be looking at 9 low or so for his goal.
939 seed, I think, is definitely going to be
He can beat that
today. I don't see a 9-0 or anything, but
well, I think Jocelyn's the kind of guy. I think if he got into the perfect race, he'd probably run like 8:35.
they're going to come through right at 5 flat, basically.
So that's
4:59 mid.
9:23 is what they're setting up for right now, and they have put a good gap on the pack right here with Friccione and Scott in 3rd and 4th as our leaders make their way onto the home stretch.
And he's just been locked in on 5 flat pace this whole time.
Uh-huh.
It's actually a little faster there. I think he just cut down a second or two. Yeah, because he's coming through the start at 5:28 on that lap, so he's 2 seconds under now.
And we've got our race for 3rd right there as they're coming to leaders. They might end up lapping the entire field here.
I mean, obviously Jocelyn looks great, but Skrupin does too. So
He looks like he's well positioned to have a good close. And I imagine we'll see the pace ramp up a little bit, and I'm sure Jocelyn will ramp it up a little bit. We'll see if Skrupin's able to hold on. There is a small gap forming, but it's really the kind of gap that forms when you're ramping it up and you're trying to hold on. And here we go.
looks good to me.
Yep.
So what is that? 6 to go?
Yes. So we are over 2K at this point into the race.
It's going to be like a 920 for Skrupin. That's going to be a big improvement.
There they go. So there's that battle for 3rd place with Scott taking 3rd. There's our 2 leaders. So they're into the latter stages of this race. 800 meters left. There we go. Making their way around the lapped runners. They're going to have open track ahead of them. Four laps. Jocelyn looking behind him.
I mean, they're still right on 5 flat. Right on the money. This is metronome pacing right here, which kind of shows you where the effort level is.
Yes.
You know.
All right, I think Skrupin's going the shoulder, maybe saying, hey, I want it a bit faster. It'd be pretty funny if he outkicks Jocelyn.
Well, considering Jocelyn ran 126 in the 600
Yeah.
here a few weeks ago, I'm going to have to say no, but
Here we go. It's going to be 2 left. Let's see something special here. Starting to show some strain.
not really seeing too much of a kick here, though.
I think they're going to wind it up now.
Maybe this is like a kind of like a harder tempo, just told to run 5 flat
Well,
pace. 'cause
definitely for
that's what he's
Jocelyn,
doing,
yeah.
you know?
And I think Skorupin's, kind of.
Oh, there he goes. Separation has been made.
Yep. Yeah, I think just like go out and just win it. And here we go. Skorupin going to put up a great time. So Jocelyn's looking back. Out in lane 2, I think he's definitely pacing him. Definitely trying to help him. That's pretty cool. There we go, around the stretch. Jocelyn out in lane 2, so I think Skorupin's going to win it, actually.
He's letting him go.
Yep. There we go.
Love to see that. That
Skorupin,
is awesome.
9:17, a phenomenal run for him. Thanks to Peyton Jocelyn with some excellent pacing, right on 5 flat pace the entire time. And
9:16. 9:16.
9:16, 6'2" for Grant Skorupin. That is why I love cross country and track and field. You don't see that in any other sport. Teammates
True.
or people from different schools acting like teammates for this race. That's pretty cool. So
I'm
Jocelyn-
kind of proud of myself for sniffing that out right in the first 2 laps, but
Yeah. 9:16.89.
What a run from both of them. I
Yeah.
mean, perfect pacing on Jocelyn's part.
That's an excellent workout for Jocelyn.
Beautiful
as we head towards
execution
state
from Skorupin to
championships.
just lock on, and he did exactly what he needed to do.
And I'm wondering, did they talk about it beforehand? What was the thought process there? Either way, looks like third place was Orion Talbot. Oh, sorry, nope, that was Friccione. 9:44.27. Scott 10:06.58. Talbot 10:10.43. Oh, and Friccione was actually 10:19.15. Things keep changing. Coates 10:28.63. Reinhardt 10:34.14. Price 10:46.16.
As Lars and Tyler up on the call for that boys 3K the rest of the way, as we are going to get ready for the end of this one and head on to our hurdles prelims for girls and boys. So we'll get all of that set up.
We've got our first few heats up.
All right, so first of 3 heats coming up on the track for the girls. We are going to have Castor of Keene, Bristol of Sanborn, Millie of Pelham, Aguiar of Guilford, and Wright of Wyndham.
So Millie with a 9.21 is probably going to be the favorite for the meet. Well, definitely is the favorite. We'll see how well she does today. So Millie definitely in front. Really good start there. And she did end up winning the race. Getting reports that Grant Scrupin just broke the Milford School record, so congratulations to him for that 3K. That was pretty cool to watch. We got our second heat up now. It's going to be Yarosh, Ouellette, Schreiner, Ellis, Hinson. So it looks like Schreiner of Wyndham has the front. Unfortunately, we only have one camera right now on the starting line. So we have our finished camera now. We'll be getting you some action in a little bit from right there. But for that heat, did end up being Schreiner with a 9.97, Ouellette 10.40, then 11.95 for Yarosh, 12.46 for Hinson. Back to the start. It's going to be Roy of Wyndham, Ducantis of Belmont, Markey of Sanborn, Labatt of Keene, and Mayu of Campbell. Seems that Campbell's Mayu is not in this race. There we go. So early on, Markey is in front. Labatt is still there. It is going to be Markey winning by a pretty close margin. She runs 9.74. Labatt was in second with a 9.8. Ducantis 10.14. Roy with a 10.91. All right, and now they're going to have the girls' finals.
Yeah, so we'll take a quick 5-minute break, and while we take that 5-minute break, why don't we talk about our partner over at Lever for a brief moment. So NHXCTF has partnered up with Lever Movement. Using our code NHXCTF, you can get 50% off your purchase of select items. In return, Lever Movement will contribute 15% to our website to support us to highlight our New Hampshire Scholastic athletes in our favorite sport. Tyler, why don't you talk about Lever for us for a little bit?
Yeah, so if you are an athlete who has dealt with stress injuries before, that's broken bones, stress fractures, stress reactions, you know that putting weight on your legs when you're running can cause those injuries, and once they are injured, can worsen them and slow your recovery. Now there's something you can use called an Alter G, which is extremely expensive, usually only used in sports therapy scenarios. However, you are now with Lever able to set up a system at your own home you can use at your convenience while you're training to prevent injury that takes the weight off of your running so that you can run, get your full run in, but also not have that injury risk. And it's an awesome device that you can use both during training and also while recovering from an injury. And it's a lot cheaper and more accessible than an Alter G. It's a really cool device that I highly recommend. And it's just awesome. And the fact they help us out is really cool too. So yeah, thanks Lever. And if you get a Lever, you'll be thanking us for putting you on it because they are pretty cool.
Thank you, Tyler, for that. Again, use code NHXCTF over at levermovement.com for 50% off select items on your order, as 50% will be given back to us to support these athletes. As now we have on the track our girls' final for the 55-meter hurdles. We've got Wright of Wyndham, Labatt of Keene, Millie of Pelham, Marquis of Sanborn, Bristol of Sanborn, and Castor of Keene as we get the starting command for the girls. The bubble time coming in was 9:89.
So watch lane 3, Ava Millie.
All right, we're off in this final heat. Millie getting over the hurdle first. The one to watch. She gets over in stride. Takes this one just under 10 seconds. She takes that actually almost under 9:03 for Millie. Marquis, 9:82. The rest flow in pretty close behind.
And that's going to be a huge time for her.
Yep.
Best of the season so far, 9.21, so that's a pretty impressive result there. You can really see at this point in the season, everyone's kind of finding their stride, literally, and they are getting to the right form they need for the state championships and maybe beyond.
Bristol, 10:03, Labatt, 10:10. Waiting for Castor's final time here. There we go. So Castor gets ahead, 10:05, Labatt, 10:10. As we move on to the boys' hurdle trials, we've got 3 heats as well. This first heat, we've got Schreiner of Wyndham, Artis of Belmont, Crowell of Keene, Betancourt of Pelham, and Late of Sanborn. As we get our hurdle crew to bring the hurdles up and move forward. Crowell looks to be the favorite in this heat. 790. Almost a full second ahead of the next best seed in this heat.
Yeah, Crowell's a fantastic athlete.
Yeah.
Hurdles have really been where he's shined so far this year. Right now, he is the number 3 seed in the 55 hurdles in D1.
I'm going to get the white flag. So we'll bring that heat back. And again, right now in field events, we have all field events live. Girls high jump, boys long jump, and girls shot put, all live. All the marks are being recorded as we speak. So again, head on over to SSTresults.com. That link is in the chat for you all if you want to check out the live field events as we're going back to the track for this first heat. Again, Schreiner, Artis, Crowell, Betancourt, and Leet. First heat is clean. We've got only 4 athletes. Crowell pulling away, no one around, right around 8 mid.
Betancourt was the best of the rest.
So that was Crowell 8:06, Betancourt 9:63, Artis 10:04, Schreiner 10:46.
Big run for Betancourt there. He takes off about 0.2 seconds from his seed.
Going over to heat number 2. Of course, we have 2 more seeds available for anybody in this heat. So this one, we've got Olson of Keene, O'Connor of Pelham, Moreau of Wyndham, and Henry of Belmont. Another clean start here. Second heat.
So O'Connor in front, Morrow chasing him, but it's going to be O'Connor stretching out the lead and across the line.
O'Connor takes it. Rest of the field finishes. O'Connor in with 8:45, Moreau 9:04, Henry 10:97, and Olson 11:15. So bubble time still remains at 10:46. So that is the time to beat to enter the final. Last heat here, we got Badros of Pelham, Gonzalez of Sanborn, Garnaccia of Wyndham, and Smith of Belmont.
Should be a close battle in lanes 3 and 4.
Oh, we're going to get stand here. We'll reset. Right after this, we will have the boys' final set up after about 5 minutes to give them a rest. Here we go. This heat is off.
Garnacia. Oh, actually, Garnacia had to lead, but Gonzalez coming back on him, and Gonzalez takes the win there. Badros did cross the line.
Yeah.
He's going to be a DNF.
Yep. So Gonzalez 8.54, Garnacia 8.81, and Smith 11.14. So Gonzalez and Garnacia should be making it into the final. The bubble time was 9.63. As we are now going to take a brief moment to get our final heat set up. So in our finals, it's going to be Crowell of Keene, O'Connor of Pelham, Gonzalez of Sanborn, Garnacia of Wyndham, Moreau of Wyndham, and Betancourt of Pelham. Needed to run sub 10 to make this final heat. As we want to take a brief moment to thank our main sponsor over here at Marathon Sports, retailer of everything walking, running, and fitness. They're a huge contributor and supporter of Scholastic Running and continue to do so by supporting us. So head over to marathonsports.com or visit one of 28 locations in the New England region. There are 3 in New Hampshire, Concord, Manchester, and Portsmouth to get what you need for the running season and beyond. Definitely make sure that if you are watching in New Hampshire area or have a location near you, make sure you head on to that location. A lot of unique stuff to see in person, especially the experience there. Shoe technicians to watch how you run, walk, analyze how everything works. Gives you a lot of options shoe-wise to just, instead of telling you just one option, they give you a variety of others that could work for you and give you the best bet into whatever it is you're into, whether it's walking, running, competing, those road races, track races, however it works. They are great at finding the best fit for you. So make sure you head on down to some of those locations if there's one near you. And if not, head on over to the website. You can find almost everything you need on there. And again, that is marathonsports.com. That link will be in the chat. Head on over there. And a huge thank you to them for continuing to support these Scholastic athletes and everything that we do here on New Hampshire Track and Field. So here we go. We are getting ready for the boys' final for 55 hurdles. And right after that, we will move on to our dash trials for girls and boys, dash finals. There are 1K, 600, 300, 1,500, 4x4, then 4x160. That is the order of events of the day. Due to weather, we may have to change some things, so we will keep everybody posted. But as of right now, no schedule changes at the moment.
So it's been a big day for some fast times so far. See what Crowell can do here.
Yep, here we go, final heat. Gonna be pretty quick, but Crowell over the hurdle got some company, but he's able to outlast everybody else. So Crowell takes that 8:03, O'Connor 8:36, Gonzalez 8:52, Moreau 8:61, Garnacia 8:76, and Betancourt 9:48. Looks like Chris Stevens has joined us in chat.
Hey.
Said, let's go, Wayne.
Well, he won.
He sure did.
Didn't get a PR, though, unfortunately.
No, but I think at this point, it's just kind of a tune-up getting ready for States. I mean, he's got a pretty darn good time already, I'd imagine.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's going to be in States no matter what. So.
Right. So now we've got the 55 dash for the girls coming up on the track. Looks like our first heat is going to contain Letourneau of Pelham, Rivera Taylor of Monadnock, Lacasse of Belmont, Palma of Sanborn, Nichols of Hollis Brookline, Zadie of Keene. Lacasse definitely the highlight in this heat.
Yep, 7.46 is her seed time.
state champion in this event last year.
And currently #1 in the state right now.
So it looks like she's looking to repeat history here.
I'm excited to see her and Macy Sawyer go to battle, though, in the finals.
They'll be battling out, I think, twice today, 55 and the 300.
That makes sense.
So let's see if it will be a split or a 2-0 for either one of them. So here we go, full heat here. Lacasse in lane 2.
Oh, lane 3.
Lane 3, excuse me.
All right,
Here we go, Lacasse all the way out in the lead already. Nobody home, and she takes that under 8. Lacasse sits the standard here at 7.56. Palma 7.25 or 8.25, excuse me. Rivera Taylor 8.34. Laturna 8.72. Nichols 8.84, and Zadie 10.26. Moving on to our next heat. We've got Barbosa of Sanborn, Sturgeon of Belmont, Sawyer of Guilford, Reardon of Hollis Brookline, and Berger of Pelham. Lane 3 is going to be the highlight once again with Sawyer. We've got no lane 1, so Barbosa will not start. And here we go. Pretty even start throughout, but Sawyer takes it off. Sawyer finishing up also under 8. See how her time matches up to Lacasse. Just a little bit behind, but she'll make that final heat for certain. 7.67, Sturgeon 8.23. The rest will fall in momentarily.
And for those two, I'm sure that the prelims are just kind of a little warm-up. They're looking forward to facing each other in the finals.
Reardon 8.28, Berger 8.53. Moving on to heat number 3 of 6. Yarosh of Keene, Chaudhry of Campbell, Dow of Hollis Brookline, Bristol of Sanborn, Lemieux of Raymond, and Norman of Pelham.
7.72 is the time for Dow of Hollis Brookline.
Dow is one of those challengers for the state championships this year. Coming through, she is well ahead.
Bristol right with her, though.
Yeah, she's got company. Whoa!
That was nearly disaster.
Little stumble. Trying to make the lean. She still gets it, able to keep up.
Not a bad time either.
No, definitely not for the
nearly
stumble.
her PR.
Yeah, 77.9. Especially with that stumble. Bristol 7.88, Chaudhry 8.35, Yarosh 8.99, Lemieux 9.15, and Norman 9.51. Moving on to heat number 4.
Yeah, Bristol had a heck of a race there.
Yeah, I mean, she's definitely just vied for a spot for that final. Lemire of Campbell, Tekentius of Belmont, Millie of Pelham, Kirsten of Keene, and Dow of Sanborn.
So, fresh off of the hurdles.
Whoa, we had a jump in 1.
Yikes.
That was very much a blatant jump from Lemire, unfortunately. We'll see what our official Bob has to say about that, and we are going to get the red card. So she will be done in this event, unfortunately.
This is the time of year again. We're late in the year now. You can't be jumping. They might let you slide those first few meets, but once we get to this point in the season, you better know what you're doing.
And at this point, Christmas is over. Bob won't give any more freebies. Bubble time, 8:25. As we're going to get a new set of starting commands.
Well, what's going on down here?
I don't know. I think... Oh, we might have had somebody try to sneak into this heat when they're not supposed to.
There's only 5 of them.
Yeah. I think we're going to get a clarification here for a moment. perhaps? Yes, no? No, I guess not. Yes, we did have somebody out in lane 6 that should not have been there. Yep, so we don't have a lane 6. We're supposed to have 5 runners. Now we have 4. Heat number 4. And that's going to be Millie coming back from those hurdles. Taking this one, 7.85, Kirsten 8.13. Dow 8.33 to Kenchis 8.87. Moving on to our second to last heat, heat number 5. Bubble time now 8.13. That is the time.
Yeah, I'd look at that number 5 times what I'm going to be looking at, because we got 2 heats left. If you win those 2 heats, you're not guaranteed a spot in those finals, because that 7.88 is looking pretty good.
So we've got Petrie of Sanborn, Kenny of Pelham, Young of Belmont, Sanchez of Keene, Lesage of Melford, and Belmont of Hollis Brookline.
Yes, Petrie is siblings with Jake Petrie, one of the more standout distance runners.
I would imagine.
Kind of a funny sibling comparison. Sprinter
full
and
heat
runner.
here. She's got some company. Belmont's Young facing off with Sanchez. Not sure who got it there. This is Young takes it by 0.02. Both of them now in a spot for the final.
Sanchez is not in the finals. She's 7th now.
Young 7.94, Sanchez 7.96. Does that mean that bubble time is not correct?
No, the bubble time was correct, but because they both got underneath it.
I see. Yep. Okay. 7.94 is now the bubble time. So Young could potentially be kicked out depending on how this one goes. Danforth of Milford, Silva of Pelham, Ward of Hollis Brookline, Marvel of Guilford, Fortin of Sanborn, and Hebron of Interlakes. Looks like we've got one missing. That's Fortin out of lane 5. Clean start here for these 5.
Can Ward or Marvel get it?
See what they do. They may have. We'll have to see the official time. They're right around. They won't. 8.03. They just miss it. Young is safe going into the final. Ward 8.09. Hebron 9.02. Silva 8.41. Danforth 9.23. Fortin will not start, as that'll do it for the girls 55 prelims. Going on to the boys prelims. First heat of the boys, we got St. Hilaire of Keene, Barry of Hollis Brookline, Pangill of Milford, White of Campbell, and Wood of Pelham.
So Bristol stepped up. She made those finals, and she was seeded 10th heading into this. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, this late in the season, these are times that you want to see some steps up. Going to the final meets of the season, we only have one more. .796, time to beat. Only 4 in this heat. That's going to be Ternulo of Campbell. Heat 3 being consistently the winner here. Of course, being the number 1 seeds. Waiting for those times to populate. Ternulo doesn't break 7. He's just on the dot. 7 flat. Gates 7:45. Logan 7:44. And we have one more. Gates 7:68. So move on to our next heat. We've got 9 heats for the boys. Already given the starting gun, as we'll introduce this heat. Smith of Sauhegan, DeToli of Sanborn, Smith of Belmont, Thurmond of Keene, and Howie of Hollis Brookline.
Smith of Belmont is just outside the top 12 right now. Needs to be 0.04 seconds faster to make that state meet.
It looks like we only have 3, DeToli, Smith, and Howie. And that is going to be Smith. Take that in 7:10. Not a lot of sub-6s so far in these trials. Sub-7s, excuse me. DeToli 7:67. Howie 7:54. Now be it. Off to heat number 4. Got Tang of Raymond, Rizzuto of Hollis Brookline, Trusolo of Sanborn, Judd, Keene, Sarkis, Belmont. Here we go, full heat, all clean.
Looks like Judd in front for right now, but Trusolo's coming back.
He's got company from Judd. Just right behind him. He's not going to be able to finish that. Trusolo 7:27, Judd 7:36. Rizzuto 7:56. Sarkis 7:93. And Tang 7:97. Heat number 5 on the track. Bubble time now sits at 7:36. This is Dad of Keene, Zhang of Pelham, Farkas of Nadnock, Gomes of Hollis Brookline, and Picone of Campbell. And no, I don't think he is the father of Keene. You are not the father. Here we go. It's supposed to be Farkas of Monadnock. Going to be taking this heat. Farkas 7:23, Zhang 7:41. Gomes 7:61, Picone 7:81, and Dad 8:12.
All these guys are running a bit slower in their seed times. That kind of opens up the door for anybody who's a bit further back to sneak into those finals.
Yeah, really. It's especially those faster seeded times. Looking at those third lane. We've got Shockley of Campbell, Ortiz of Sanborn, Nobles of Pelham, Heath of Keene, Jeffrey of Belmont, and Pear of Wyndham. 7:34, still the bubble time. Pretty even start. We're going to spread out a little bit as Nobles of Pelham strides down to the finish. First at 7:14, Heath 7:40, Jeffrey 7:79. Ortiz 7:73, Shockley 8:14, and Pear 8:36. 7:27 is where we are dropped down to. We got McPherson of Belmont, Roche of Campbell, Draper of Pelham, Loring of Sanborn, and Bisbee of Monadnock.
I think that'd be Roche, as in David Roche, ultramarathoner.
All right. Missing one here.
Speaking of, he is in front. Got Draper
Roche
next to him.
of Draper as well. Neck and neck between those sophomores, but Roche takes it. 7:18, Draper 7:24, Loring 7:58, Bisbee 7:88. McPherson is not in the heat, so that will do it for that 7th heat. Second to last heat, heat number 8. Now up on the track. Looking over at girls high jump. Had Schreiner clear 4'10" and is going to be the winner of girls high jump. So that was a pretty quick event for the girls. A lot of passes, and then Schreiner was able to just clear 4'8", 4'10", and she was able to win it with the clearance of 4'10" on the first try. So this one, we've got Fellings of Wyndham, Wright of Belmont, Forna of Pelham, Fernandez of Hollis Brookline, Matthias of Sanborn, and Excel of Monadnock.
They run for Fernandez.
And I know we tend to make a lot of jokes with the Excel from Monadnock. But we'll see. Fernandez.
Forna came back on him. Could be
Yeah,
a
we'll
shot.
see. It looks like it's a close one between the two, as we have no time yet. And there it is, 7:26 for Fernandez. Forna, 7:27.01 difference between those two. But unfortunately, neither of them will make the final with that performance, as the bubble time was 7:23. Wright 7:45, Matthias 7:53, Fellings 8:04, XL 8:53. Moving on to our final heat of the boys dash prelims, we got Geary of Hollis Brookline, Liam Bruneau of Raymond, Artis of Belmont, Umar of Pelham, Kerrigan of Wyndham, and Kanata of Sanborn.
So Artis and Umar still have a chance to make the finals if they have a good race here. You've got to basically match or better your lifetime best.
All right, here we go, final heat. All across, vying for a spot in that final.
Umar.
Does Umar get it? I don't know if he does. Oh, he will. Umar sneaks in, 7:15. Kerrigan, 7:26. Kanata, 7:59. Liam Bruneau, 7:73. Geary, 8:31. Artis, 7:89. So that's going to do it for our prelims on the sprints. As we get our finals, girls then boys. Let's take a look and see what the girls' finals heat looks like. We've got Bristol of Sanborn, Dow of Hollis Brookline, Lacasse of Belmont, Sawyer of Guilford, Millie of Pelham, and Young of Belmont. This is going to be a fantastic final. I mean, we were already excited with Sawyer and Lacasse, but you also throw in Millie and Dow in there. And Young and Bristol also had a great prelim race coming in. So all these girls, I believe, all under 8.
Yes. 7.94 took to get in here.
Clean start. Looks pretty even in the acceleration. Well, let's see who gets to take it. Sawyer or Lacasse. That was close.
Lacasse had a better start.
Sawyer might have had it on the lean. We'll see what the result says. It's going to say that was Millie. I could have sworn that. Okay,
there you go.
There we go. Oh, wow. Wait a minute.
Wow.
Millie was a lot closer than I thought. Wait,
it's adjusting out now.
All right,
Yeah,
okay.
Either way, Sawyer was the winner.
Yeah, there we go. Sawyer, 7.56. Lacasse, 7.54, 7.56. Dow, 7.80. Bristol, 7.93. Young, 7.95. And Millie, 7.96. What a phenomenal finals race that was. So close between Sawyer and Lacasse, but that's going to be one for Sawyer on the day. Let's see if Lacasse can even it up in the 300. That'll be one to look for.
And that will not change the order in the state.
So you can also check out the interviews for our winners. You can check out the interview with Sawyer, thanks to our intern Riley, who will be interviewing her, as well as Lars is going to be interviewing on the boys' side. We'll get our champion here, and our champion will be one of these athletes: Umar of Pelham, Smith of Belmont, Penningill of Milford, Ternullo of Campbell, Noibouise of Pelham, and Roche of Campbell. You can get those interviews over on our Instagram, as well as our brand new Facebook page. You'll see those interviews on both sites, whichever one you prefer. We have a Facebook now over at NHXCTF, Instagram or Facebook. You can look for us on either one as we get set for the boys' final. Oh, no. Wow. That was a quick reaction. That was phenomenal. I mean, wow. They called that back as quick as they jumped.
Oh, no, it's a red card. And he's actually already out of lane.
Yep, he knew.
Umar's.
That was such a quick jump from Umar. That was great reaction time from Bob, too. That was a quick 1-2.
It's now only 5.
So here we go. So Umar, unfortunately, will not be in for this final. Be one of these 5. Here we go. Clean start now.
Tornulo looks good.
Tornulo's got company, but
I think
believe
Pettingill
he's
came
got
back
it.
and got it at the end. I think Pettingill got that.
it's going to be close with that lean. I mean, based on the delay, it's definitely close.
Yeah. Tornulo got a great start. Pettingill, he's been the top guy over Tornulo for the year so far. I think he may have gotten it at the end.
So this is going to come down to the thousandths of a second, perhaps. We'll see what it looks like. No time yet. Wow. How close is this going to be? At this point, we're just waiting for the drum roll. Drum roll here, waiting for our result. As we'll quickly transition everything over. Oh, nothing there.
I'll let you know what it ends up being.
So we'll quickly transition over. So we'll wait a minute. Tyler will announce what our times were in a moment. So we're just going to switch things over to our 1K.
So we're still waiting on the results from that final. So we are about ready to start this 1,000 meter race. Let you know who won that. So it's going to be Sixon, LaPointe, then Short, Flanagan, Bauer, Frost, McGee, Smith, Schaffnett, and Haskell. So far this year, Sixon has been known for her really strong finishes. And she's actually gotten a really strong start right now. Charging down the line, all those girls. And Sixon in the lead, Emma Short trying to move into second place over Hannah LaPointe. But LaPointe was trying to hold the inside. Actually, there's Short trying to go up on the shoulder of Sixon and maybe go take the lead. Also, Kendra Bauer is trying to hang on this pack as Hannah Flanagan's the 5th one in there, and she is capping off this group of 5 that's taken the race early on. So a change of leader as Emma Short takes the lead from Rachel Sixon. They're going to be coming down the home stretch here. Short, Sixon, LaPointe. Those 3 have kind of broken away. Then we've got Bauer and Flanagan in 5th. We come around the corner, and Short is now trying to build a small gap, with Sixon trying to hold on. Short, our 3 seed with a time of 3:27.29, as Sixon now catches right back up and these three are become a pack. We've got our pack of 2 with Flanagan and Bauer further back. But our top 3 seeds are the top 3 right now. Sixon now looks like she wants to take the lead. And she does. So it's now Rachel Sixon in front. We'll see him coming into frame a little bit later. There we go. So now Short seems fine with Sixon taking the lead. She's back on the inside. And LaPointe's been pretty quiet so far, never wanted to take the lead. And now a bit of an awkward situation as we hit the bell. Short had to pass on the inside, Sixon going around the outside. Sixon now is going to take the lead, and these two have broken away. So it's Sixon trying to drop Short, but Short is hanging in there. LaPointe running well in third. 3:08 on the clock right now. Can Sixon take down her top seed time? Sixon pulls away, sprinting towards the line. And it's going to be 3:18. She's going to get past her seed. And what a finish from LaPointe to finish in second place over Short in third. And those are definitely going to beat their 2 seed times. Hannah Flanagan, good finish there in fourth. And it's going to be Bauer in fifth. So basically following our seeds is how they ended up.
And we will have to wait to see what their official times were. But we did get our final times here. Smith actually got disqualified.
Oh, language. Wow.
Yes. Penningle, 683, is your winner by 100th of a second. Ternulo, 684. Nwabwees, 711. Nice. And Roche, 720.
I kind of want to know what Smith said.
Well, I'd assume it's not good if
Something
it's
to not say on air.
Something that we probably can't say on air. So any athletes watching, watch your language.
Yeah.
You could get disqualified.
Pretty sure that happened at the 2022 D1 championships in outdoor. The Pinkerton 4x1 won the race and apparently said some not so nice things after they finished that caused them to lose a state championship.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there was some drama about that. I'm not quite sure if they reinstated it or what happened there, but anyways.
Either way, we are going to move on into heat number 1 of the boys. We got Crockford of Belmont, Jones of Monadnock, Ridlin of Wyndham, Eretz of Wyndham, Venkatesh of Hollis Brookline, Zhuknevics of Hollis Brookline, Blanchette of Belmont, oh, wow.
That's not good.
Interesting. Don't really see that in the 1,000. Lanuette of Sanborn, Pekalski of Raymond, and Adams of Pelham. This is a tough day for false starts. We've already had 3.
Yeah. That might be the first fall. I can't recall any other 1,000-meter false starts.
There we go. Call them back. Everything seems to line up here. As we are now off with the first heat of the boys' 1,000.
Jones taking the lead early over Crockford. So he wanted to go set the pace straight away. We will see who takes this pace throughout the race, but right now it is Trevor Jones. So those two have kind of split off earlier in the race. We've got Ridlin and Aretz of Wyndham kind of marking up in third and fourth. 5 laps to go. It's 800 meters left. I'm sure Crockford is happy to see someone take the lead. All he has to do is sit right behind Jones, but saying that, Jones is actually starting to build a little bit of a gap. They wrap around the corner here. So it is Jones, Crockford. Then we've got Ridlin, Aretz, and Dudnevics. Yeah, it looks like Crockford's happy to just sit behind. No real change since that first lap. Now we are going to have 3 to go. Jones a little bit of daylight back towards Crockford. As now we see Juknevics has kind of slot himself right between the two Wyndham guys for that third place position. And yeah, that is definitely a lead. Jones is pulling away from Crockford ever so slightly, kind of turning that dial a little bit as we head towards the last quarter mile. So it's going to be Jones in front. 2 laps to go. Got some fans from Monadnock cheering him on the sidelines.
Mike Smith just said he believes it was South Girls.
South Girls. Okay. So Jones now pretty large lead. So he's going to approach the bell, and it's going to be him versus the clock. Unless Crockford can muster up something pretty cool here. 2:45 with a lap to go.
What would something pretty cool be?
Probably a 26-second last lap, as we've got, looks like Ridlin of Wyndham turning on the jets here.
See him on screen there.
Ridlin is moving right now. He's going to probably move into second place.
Well, I think he heard you say you want to see something
Yeah.
cool, so he decided to take that.
Either way, Trevor Jones down the stretch. 3:15. Hey, great finish. 5 flat pace in that last lap. Crockford held on. Then it was Ridlin. So 3:15.21. Gonna beat his seed time for Trevor Jones. Jack Crawford, 3:17.93. Ridlin, 3:18.53. Venkatesh, a good finish, 3:23.8. Juknevics, hold on 1 second. .322.36. Pekalski just keeps adjusting pretty quickly. Nope. Aretz 3:27.26. Blanchette was next. Either way, we're on to our next heat. So it's going to end up being Morton of Keene, Howie of Hollis Brookline, Blundell of Wyndham, Pizzuti of Interlakes, DiGratola of Sanborn, Jacquette of Milford, Quain of Hollis Brookline, Sinopoli of Wyndham, Milmore of Belmont, Petrie of Sanborn, and Chang of Wyndham. So Morton already out to a good lead. As he comes towards the home stretch. Howie's right behind him. They got 5 laps to go. Blundell is the third seed. I don't know if he's in third place in this race. But Gavin Morton has the lead, 10-second advantage in terms of seed time. But we do have Thomas Howie, who's trying to be aggressive and get right up on Morton. And he's now going to shadow Morton. We've got Jacquette, who's now going to be in third, followed by Quain. And they've got a whole train of guys right behind them. So a strong start from Morton is now closed back up. We've got Howie right behind him. But watch out for Jacquette, because he is closing that gap to these leaders as well and bringing the entire chase pack with him. Coming through with 3 laps to go. It's still Morton in front, as it has been the entire way. Howie trying to be with him, but he's got a small gap that you've got to really close down if you want to keep on that pace. Morton trying to extend it. I think he is ever so slightly. They're going to come into shot here. See Morton still leading over Howie. The gap has now grown a little bit back to our chase pack. So they've got a quarter mile to go. Morton, Howie, Jacquette having a good race so far with 2 laps left. Here comes Pizzuti moving up. And now Morton building that lead. Lap by lap, it's growing, growing, growing. And Morton's our top seed for a reason. So he's going to hit the bell. We got 2:21 on the clock right now. got some work to do. He probably isn't going to get his seed time, but Howie's having a good race right behind him. So watch out for this finish from our top two. Gavin Morton closing really hard right now, looking really strong. Thomas Howie not too far behind him, but Morton enters the home stretch all alone. He's going to finish in 2:49. Hard finish there. Howie 2:53. Now onto the stretch. Great close from Pizzuti. Looking right around just over 3 minutes.
So that was Morton,
Jacquet.
2:49.32. Howie, 2:53.28. Pizzuti, 3:01.43. Jacquet, 3:01.89. Quain, 3:02.03. De Grutola, 3:03.57. Sinopoli, 3:04.58. Blundell, 3:06.49. Chang, 3:12.97. Millmore, 3:17.30. And then Petrie just crossing the line in 3:25.69. That's going to conclude our boys 1K. Thank you, Tyler, for the call. It's awesome. As we move on to the girls 600, we've got, looks to be just 3 heats of the girls 600. We've got Spear of Hollis Brookline, Bordenero of Pelham, Boyd of Milford, Von Kadick of Belmont, Perlow of Belmont, Alexander Provencal of Belmont, and Hubbard of Campbell. 7 runners. Looks like we've got all 7. So here we go. 3 3/4 laps. They got 3 to go. So coming around. So right now it looks to be Bordenero taking the lead. Coming up with 2 to go, 53 seconds.
Her seed time, 2:05 flat. Probably an estimation from her coach. But she is well out in the lead, running well so far. She'll come around and have a lap to go. So Bordenero, all on her own, 1:25 on the clock. Boyd, followed by Spear. They're all looking to try to go around under 2:05. We'll see what kind of last lap we can have. It's going to be a great run. 1:47 on the clock right now. She's going to hit the home stretch, eyeing down that time. Can she get sub 2? It's Kayla Bordenaro, 1:58. Nice job.
So she'll take that in 1:58.17.
Boyd crushes her seed time as well. Good run for Spear.
Boyd, 2:04.52. Spear, 2:06.95.
Von Kadick right around her seed time at 2:13.
She comes through in 2:13.86.
Perlot right now at right around 2:20.
She'll come through in 2:20.51.
Got 2 more athletes out in the track, Alexander Provencal and Hubbard. Oh, nice finish here.
Alexander Provencal moves around, going in 2:34.18. Hubbard, 2:35.56. Moving on to heat number 2. We've got Lemire of Campbell, Stern of Hollis Brookline, Tetrell of Pelham, Martin of Pelham, Nault of Campbell, and Mertz of Pelham. Lots of Pelham in this one. They're underway.
So far looks like Mertz and then Martin.
Yep, they're packed up pretty good here. Nobody's fallen off quite yet.
Martin was one of the better cross-country runners in the state this year, so always excited to see them come down to these shorter distances.
Now coming up with 2 to go. Nobody
Yeah, Martin seems to be going towards the front now.
still taking it here.
Looks like a move there. Trying to get into second place. That was, I think, Lemire.
Yeah, they've all strung out. 600 is really tough to pace in here, so it's really, you're really hoping for somebody else to be taken, and looks like we've got Martin doing that here.
So her C time's 202.77. She should beat that pretty handily.
Yeah, Martin, definitely a strong runner. Seen her in cross, and seeing her in the 6, she should be able to lay out a good time. Here, it looks like this is going to be.
She should be under 2 if she closes well. Definitely under 2. We're at 1:39 on the clock. Lemire's broken away from that chase pack. Here comes Martin down the stretch. Aston Martin of Pelham. And 152. Awesome run there.
Drops 10 seconds. 152.35. She drops actually over 10 seconds. Lemire, 155.69. Rest of the field rolls on in. Stern, 159.36. Mertz, 159.73. Tetrell, 2 flat, 62. And Nault, 2:03.38. Moving on to heat number 3, last of 3.
My race of the day, personally. The reason I say that is the top 3 are separated by 0.08 seconds.
That is pretty good. That is Coates of Milford, Drew of Keene, O'Shea of Messinic, Reardon of Hollis Brookline, Ferris of Keene, and Tether of Wyndham. Those seeds that Tyler just mentioned, 144.81, Drew 144.89, as well as O'Shea at 144.89. And they go sophomore, junior, senior in that order.
Cool, yeah.
So here we go. I would imagine this pack is going to look pretty similar to that second heat. They should be all packed up together.
And Coach
see who takes it.
Actually, Drew is now moving in front.
Movement there from Drew. Again, this one you kind of have to go see how long it can last.
So Drew's the early aggressor. She's trying to pull away from this pack, and Coates is kind of slipping in right behind her. Looks like it's going to be O'Shea now in third, and these 3 have strung out the field. Coates now getting up on the shoulder. Probably going to hang there around the corner and try to pass in the straightaway. No, she goes right now. So now coming off of the curve with a lap and a half to go. It's Riley Coates in front, our top seed. But Gemma Drew is right behind her, and don't count out Caitlin O'Shea.
Yeah, if I were Drew, I'd be going right as you come on this turn. There she is. She goes wide.
Oh, but she's not going to get her. Coates hold her off.
Yeah, Coates had a phenomenal response.
So how fast is this last lap going to be? Now O'Shea's back in the mix. O'Shea trying to go around, gets cut off a little bit. Now she tries to go back on the straightaway. She's going to make the move around Drew, but Coates is too far up, or maybe not. Around the curve now it's O'Shea. Coates get cut off. Wow, and O'Shea has got a gap now. Bit of bumping there, but it's O'Shea pulling away. Coates in second. Big move here by Reardon of Hollis Brookline. She's up with the pack now. What a final lap there.
145.25 for O'Shea. Coates 146.42. Drew 146.69. I believe Caitlin O'Shea is the one that usually ran the 300 last year, so she has that 300 speed to outkick those 2. Reardon 146.95. Tether 152.76, and Ferris 152.93. Pretty good call for a heck of a race between those 3 as we now move on to the boys 600. We just saw them go off just a minute ago, or just a second ago, sorry. Green of Campbell, Baxley of Campbell, Schofield of Keene, Henry of Belmont, Bryant of Belmont. They are going to bring them back. That is the 4th callback of the day. What just happened there? Where was I? Cryans of Belmont, Kanata of Sanborn, D'Angelo of Sanborn, and Brunel of Belmont. As we're going to call them back. I'm not sure what happened on the back straightaway. Our timer is going to go investigate right now. So we'll wait to see what happened there. That was actually quite a bit of a delay for them to call them back. So Didn't see anybody fall on camera, although we do have a pretty big blind spot, so not sure what we could have seen. But we'll wait for a final word from one of our timers, Chris Benson. Do want to shout out Chris Benson and Brian Johnson over at Speed Sport Timing. Section 2 will be going now. To give them a brief, someone did fall. Thank you, confirmation from Brian Johnson. As we've got Draper of Pelham, Lewandowski of Wyndham, Howie of Hollis Brookline, Gormley of Hollis Brookline, Courtney of Milford, and Haw of Wyndham. So Heat 2 will go, followed by Heat 1. Actually, Tyler and I did see this yesterday as well during the girls 800 at Rhode Island.
I do forget, what was it that happened? They just
called it back really late because the gun wasn't loud enough.
Oh yeah, the gun was not loud enough, and they let them get 100 meters.
The
into
DJ
the race.
also was blasting music.
That's true.
That was definitely a problem.
Yeah, we're kind of missing some DJs at UNH maybe. I don't know.
I'll be honest, I don't miss the DJ. DJ was very loud at Rhode Island.
The bass was crazy.
I do think it messes with the timing of the races for sure. So Massachusetts and Rhode Island definitely like their DJs at track meets for sure.
So hard start here for Draper of Pelham. He's got a gap already. He kind of sprinted off of the line.
Again, this is Heat 2 of 3, giving Heat 1 a moment to recoup.
It was Haw of Wyndham in the lead of that chase pack, but it seems there was a move by Lewandowski of Wyndham, I think. Oh no, sorry, that is Courtney of Milford. But either way, Draper trying to go gun to tape here. He's going to have 2 laps to go, crosses through at 42 seconds. Then we got Courtney right behind him. Haw is behind him. So it's probably about 20 meters the lead. Draper took it from the start. I like the strategy, trying to put up a time.
I would say, it's definitely growing. I thought it may be shrinking at this point, but it's definitely grown.
Well, since the last curve, it's probably stayed about the same. But Draper
looks like he is tying up a little bit here going into this final.
But he's given himself a shot to run fast.
Yeah, that rest of the pack is gaining. This is the back half of this, the last lap of the 6th, so this is definitely where you want to kick. Wow, he's got a little bit left.
Onto the stretch. They are closing on him. So it's Howie and Gormley of Hollis Brookline. They kind of sat back earlier on, made their moves later in the race. They both finished well, but it was Luke Draper who crossed the line first.
Yeah, Draper takes that in 137.11. Gormley 138.80. Howie 138.98. Courtney 142.50. And Haw 144.63. All right.
Are we going to have...
We're back to, I believe this should be heat number 1.
Heat 1, okay.
Or are we going heat 3?
Looks like heat 1. Yep.
So this will be heat 1, our previous heat.
Nearly a trip there from our top seed, Nate Green.
Could have almost had another callback.
That would be pretty funny, actually.
So then we'd have to go over to heat 3 if we did that. But this
we
one,
do not. So
again,
Henry
we've got Green, Baxley, Schofield, Henry, Cryans, Canada, D'Angelo, and Brunel.
Yep, that is Henry in the lead. Followed by Canada, I think.
Yes, that was Canada, followed by Baxley. Making a move, Canada.
Yeah, Canada takes it. So he's got 2 laps to go. He's actually putting in a big surge right here. Wow, he is taking it. Then he kind of eases up. Seems like he just wanted to get to that second lap first.
That's a first for me. I have not seen anybody
that was a surge of a lifetime right there. But hey, he broke open this race, so now it is going to be Canada, followed by...
Well, I wouldn't say he's broken it open. He's got somebody coming up behind him.
That's true, but they're definitely away from the pack. So that is Henry in second place right now still. Here's another surge. Canada trying to pull away again. He puts on some ground. Is it going to pay off? He goes back around the outside. The arms are pumping. Goes along the back stretch. He's going to come into frame again. He comes around. He's built to open that lead again, but he's starting to tie up. He's going to enter the home stretch. Caden Kanata.
Yeah, I would say those surges definitely didn't help him out
Yep.
as he's tied up a bit, but
Big
you
time
know,
tied up, but he was able to get across the line first.
He got through. He wins that heat.
And
So
a
I
great
guess whatever
time.
works. Kanata 146.53. Henry 148.46.
That was exciting.
Again, first for me. I've never seen 2 surges in the middle of a 6. Never seen that. Baxley 153.17. Cryans 153.26. D'Angelo 154.99. Brunel 204.70. And Schofield just coming through in 2:12.12. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I have to take some notes. He won that heat.
All right, here we got a school record time coming up right here for Peyton Jocelyn.
Yep. Here we go. He's going to try to cruise in this one. Mike foreshadowed this previously, saying that Jocelyn maybe that he's going to be ripping the 6.
Yeah. So it's Hoish right now, early on.
Yeah, so he's kind of let those 2 clip onto the front. He's going to hang on behind. Well, I would say why not, especially in this track. It's again,
I don't know. I heard his goal was 123 today, so if he's going to do that, he's got to go.
I mean, if he's going for 123. I don't know.
Passes by Smith, but it's Hoish well in the lead right now. He's got a big gap. Going to be a lot of work for Jocelyn to catch up. If anyone can do it, it's him, but Hoish, he looks good right now. He's applied the pressure from the start, flying in the lead. 125 is his seed time, and he still has it. Gonna have a lap to go.
Yep, this is Hoish, Jocelyn, Hollingshead, Smith, Spurra, Brunes, and McLean.
Well, we'll see. Hoish around the back corner, still having that same lead.
Jocelyn's got a tough task, but if anybody can
catch
him,
it's closing down. It's closing for sure. Hoish still looks strong, but Jocelyn's flying.
To go. Let's see if Jocelyn can catch him. Jocelyn's not going to get there.
That was
just
some
behind.
grit from Hoish to hold on to that lead.
Wow, Hoish puts down a time here at UNH 125.85. Jocelyn 126.11. Hollingshead 128.51. Smith 129.99. Brunes 134.21. Spurra 134.28. And McLean 139.93. That's a heck of a race by Hoish. Wow.
Yeah,
125.85. That's got to put him close to 123.
So Jocelyn runs 0.04 seconds PR. Hoish, and kudos to him, he only ran about 0.6 faster at Reggie Lewis, which is one of the fastest tracks in the world. So he ran a great race today.
That's what I'm saying. I think if we run him at Plymouth State, he's got to run 124, 123. I gotta say. So with that said, moving on to our girls 300 meters, we've got Luo of Wyndham, Unger of Raymond, Hinson of Sanborn, and Danforth of Milford. Got three across going into this stretch. 1 3/4 lap on this for this race. Again, another weird distance. It's gonna be one where you just kind of go all out and hope you can survive that final 100. We've got 8 heats of the girls 300. And we are still basically 3 across going into the straightaway, as now it spreads out. Milford's Danforth takes this one. She takes that in 58.52. Hinson 59.38. Unger 62.12. Moving on, heat number 2. They're off. Brought Severino of Sanborn, Kenny of Pelham, Belmont of Hollis Brookline. How about that 600?
That was something. That was something. That is some really fast running for this facility.
Yeah. 125 is no joke. 126 is no joke, but having somebody run under 126 is phenomenal on this track. So now we're getting on to here again, second heat. 3 runners again, the goal is to get out hard, go out as hard as you can, and just survive those last 100 meters in this race. And that one is going to be Severino, going to be the one out last. Takes that one in 53.24. Belmont 54.21, and Kenny 54.41. Moving right along, Kirsten of Keene, Nault of Campbell, and Markey of Sanborn.
How many heats?
8 heats. It's going around pretty close in that straightaway.
I would say this is a athlete favorite event. Everyone loves the 3.
What do you mean by athlete favorite event?
It's just an event that like a lot of athletes do, pretty much.
I mean, it is one of 2 sprinting events that are on the track. There's not many.
I think there's
others.
more in this event than there is in the 55.
I would agree, yeah.
So I think this is
Yeah.
the most
True. I wouldn't call it a favorite event for athletes. though.
all right. I think it's the most registered for event.
Yes,
at the
most
meet,
populated.
Typically, yes.
Yeah. Introducing our next heat, Kirsten 50.76, Marquis 51.74. Just missed that one. This heat we got Tekenchis, Silva, and Letourneau in this heat. Well, I'll also say, like, it could even out because we only have 3 athletes per heat.
They're pretty even right now.
In the 55, we have
True. All right, that's fair.
we have
We
a
have
couple
6,
of
right?
yeah, we've got like 6 or 7 heats, and there's 6 lanes. So I would say probably 55 is more so than the 300.
Well, if we have, I gotta go. Interview time.
Lars has been interrupted for an interview, and again, those will be on over on our Instagram page as well as Facebook. Head on over to NHXCTF as we finish up this race here. Heat number 4 has a winner of Tekenchis 49.30, Silva 49.86, 66, and Letourneau 54.93. Moving on to heat number 5. We got Berger of Pelham Lesage of Milford and Chaudry of Campbell. Looks like we will definitely have all 3 runners. Here we go. That's going to be Lesage taking that in 48.79. Chaudry 49.99. Berger 50.71. Right along to heat number 6. We're really cruising along here. Again, I believe trying to beat out that weather. Unger of Raymond, Aguiar of Guilford, Reardon of Hollis Brookline, and Palma of Sanborn. 4 runners in this heat. Heat 6 of 8. As again, we are coming up on another headline race with Lacasse and Sawyer at the end of these heats. Seeing there, intern Riley's excited for that one. A Belmont student herself. Again, you can check out her interviews of all the girls' winners today. As we're coming up on the final straightaway of this 6th heat of the girls 300. Ooh, that one's going to be close. But I think that should be, as they're going to say, it's Aguiar taking that in 47.28, Reardon 47.30, Palma 49.38, moving right along to the second last heat. We got Perry of Keene, Houston of Keene, and Sanchez of Keene. Keene sweep in this one. Feel I wish one of our other commentators were with me so they could catch my pun there. But all three keen. All pretty even here. Coming around. The two seniors joined by the freshmen. And come around. Still pretty much even. We're going to go 3 wide into the turn. Let's see who gets to have the bragging rights. Going through, that looks to be Perry. Taking that in 46.69, Sanchez 46.99, and Houston 47.13. As we've got the second matchup between these two, Sawyer 1-0 over Lacasse right now. Just today, they've met up over their careers many times already. If I could, I'd actually like to see what their head-to-head is in races. Have to look that up at some point. But right now, it looks to be Sawyer, who is well ahead. Lacasse trying to gain some ground. Let's see what she can do. Lacasse eating up that turn, catching up to Sawyer. Let's see what they look like coming in to that final turn. Sawyer is getting gained on by Lacasse. Lacasse trying to tie it up. They're even going into the straightaway, but Sawyer will make it 2-0 on the day. Beats out Lacasse 41-80, Lacasse 42-12, and Rivera Taylor always making a sighting between these two in Division II New Hampshire track and field here. As I say that, this is New Hampshire Track and Field, powered by Marathon Sports. You've been watching here, now on to our boys 300. We got Auction of Monadnock, Graves of Wyndham, Geary of Hollis Brookline, and Pear of Wyndham. Pretty close together here in this first heat. Sheedy, welcome back.
Thanks.
Did you see that 300 that we just saw?
I was on my way back from the bathroom, and I saw it on the corner. Looked awesome. So Macy Sawyer is 2-0 today.
2-0 today for Sawyer. Lacasse had a good fight in her.
Yeah.
She was behind by about, I would say about 15 meters actually. Sawyer put on a good gap in the beginning. Lacasse brought it back, and I mean, she brought it back within 5 meters. It was a great run by Lacasse, but Sawyer finished that off. Graves 47.93, Pear 49.95, Geary 51.48, Auction 57.76. Moving on, heat number 2 for the boys 300. We got Shockley of Campbell, Excel of Monadnock, Foster of Belmont. So again, moving right along, we only have 4 events left today.
Kind of crazy.
Again, I think we're just trying to speed things along with the impending weather coming in.
Yeah, we're at 7 p.m. Yep.
So want to make sure everybody can get home safely, as again, quite a few athletes coming from pretty far.
Yeah, I think Keene, yeah, Belmont, that's kind of far.
Just a bit, just a slight bit.
Just about.
It's not that far.
So our second heat coming around, finishing up right around 47 high. It's going to be 47.65, excuse me, followed by Shockley, 50.12, and Foster, 52.54. Heat number 3 up on the track. Heat 3 of 14.
It's a lot of heats.
Etta Beery of Wyndham, Wood of Pelham, and Olson of Keene.
Ryan is happily bouncing next to me as he reads a caption that the Patriots have caught and scored a pick 6.
Thank you, Marcus Jones. As we are now still in the 300 here. I'm assuming that may be why we have, our viewers have gone up. We had 9 for a minute, so I assumed everybody was tuning into the Patriots game, which.
Why would you?
Yes, but also I understand.
If the Packers are playing, I understand.
Well, that's just you.
All right, great finish here.
Wow, right around 45 there
he
for
started
Wood.
his lean about maybe 20 meters out.
That is true. 45.92, Edibiri 46.14, and I don't even get to finish off that one. We're moving straight along. Ortiz of Sambor, Kanata of Sambor, and Tang of Raymond. So here we go. Quite a few heats for the boys. 4 of 14.
Looks like around that corner. Well, Tang made up, Ortiz made up some of the ground, but I think Kanata might be in front. Kanata with that excellent 600-meter heat. That was pretty exciting to watch. See if he surges to the line here. Fighting all the way, under 45.
And there we go. That's going to be Kanata 44.92, Ortiz 47.41, and Tang 48.54. Going on to heat 5, Bisbee, Monadnock, Betancourt of Pelham, Smith of Belmont. Yeah, I heard the set call when he went down into set. Going to clarify his commands. There he goes. 4-point start for Betancourt. And we're off.
It looks like Betancourt seems to be in the best position right now. Smith is also out pretty well. Coming around the back. And that is Betancourt who's pulled into the lead. Hey, is Smith coming back? Smith is coming back down the line. It's going to be Smith who gets it.
Smith will definitely take that one. So that one going to be Smith 44.67, Betancourt 44.75, and followed by Bisbee, actually 46.60 for Betancourt. Bisbee, oh wait, nope, Bisbee's 46.60. Moving on to the next heat. We've got Wright of Belmont, Sarkis of Belmont, and Leon Bruneau of Raymond. I thought we were about to have another clean sweep of another team. We had a keen sweep. In the girls.
Well, it looks like Belmont's. Hey, it is a sweep. Because the other guy is on the seat.
Look at that. It's a Belmont sweep this time.
Yeah,
Look
DNS.
at that. So we had Keene and now Belmont taking on the entire heat.
If there were ever a time for Riley to do commentary, it'd be this one.
This would be a time. Now that just seems like a poor teammate.
All right, and here's Wright and Sarkis finishing up. Sarkis kind of gave it before the line.
Yeah, so that was going to be Wright taking that in 45.51, Sarkis 47.81.
I guess if you're not going to win the head-to-head against your teammate, what's the point?
It's very true. And here we go, next heat underway.
It looks like Kerrigan of Wyndham, Logan of Monadnock, and Jiang of Pelham. Pretty evenly matched so far.
Yep, nobody's really breaking the stagger quite yet. We'll see what happens.
Logan's coming up now.
Really nobody breaking the stagger already after 2 turns. We'll see what they do in this third one. Or fourth turn. There it is.
Logan.
Breaking it open.
Kerrigan could still be in it, but no, it's going to be Logan taking it to the line.
So Kerrigan takes that 42.74. Logan 42.74. Kerrigan 43.53. Zhang 44.44. 4 fours. Nice. Luba of Milford, Liu of Pelham, and Moreau of Wyndham. I don't even have a chance to get through these sometimes. Looking over at field events, boys long jump, our winner Richards jumping a height or a distance of 19 feet 11. Boys high jump, Crowell, double winner today, clearing a height of 6 feet 1 inch. Girls shot put, Bryn Johnson of Wyndham, state champion from last year, 33 feet 4.5 inches. Girls long jump still live right now, as well as boys shot put.
And Liu of Pelham is leading this heat, closing down on the finish line.
So that's going to be Liu 42.59, Luba 42.91, Moreau 43.97. Tersolo of Sanborn, Gomes of Hollis Brookline, Gonzalez of Sanborn. These boys are coming around. As again, we are currently on heat 9 of 14.
Ooh,
this one's
there.
Good battle there.
Gomez got that.
Coming up with Gomes 41.20, Gonzalez 41.29, and Tersolo 42.33. Heat 10 of 14, Judd of Keene, Alley of Keene, and Page of Interlakes. Now, question is, did Interlakes show? They did. Oh, but it was Interlakes and Keene anyway, so. All right, so it's a head-to-head.
Let's take a minute to give a shout out to our head timer, Chris Benson.
I don't have a comment on that one. I have got nothing in the chamber with that. And with that, we had Judd finishing in 41.57 and Page 42.31. So we got Fernandez of Hollis Brookline, Roche of Campbell, and Marvel of Guilford. This is 11 of 14.
Marvel's out. Well, actually,
Coming down the final stretch with these
Roche
300s.
is not in here. He did well in the 55. Or maybe, wait, I don't know what's going on. Here's Fernandez on the inside.
He's going to get right under 40, I think.
Pretty impressive.
He does. 39.98 already.
Nice.
Sub 40. 3 heats away from the final one. 41.85 for Marvel. We've got Bergen of Hollis Brookline, Ternulo of Campbell, and Forna of Pelham. This is where we're going to see some pretty quick times. Following that 39.98. So pretty even coming down this stretch. Let's see what happens.
It's still very
Ternulo looks like he's cutting in a little bit. Actually, Bergen looks a little bit better going into this final, that back straight. Wow,
I don't know.
Still not a lot of movement.
Forna could be away right now. He could be in the lead. It is Forna.
Yeah, Forna is going to win it with Ternulo coming up behind him.
We were analyzing how close they were closing in on each other, and it actually was Forna in front the entire time.
Still 39.98 is still the fastest time we've seen from that 11th heat. 40.24 for Forna, Ternulo 40.50, and Bergen 42.04. Moving on to Heat 13, Katzel. Actually, if I'm not wrong, I think Katzel competed yesterday.
Seems
Sauhegan was in
Yep.
Rhode Island yesterday.
Yes.
So he's competing back-to-back days. Katzel, Pettingill of Milford, and
He is not.
Plaskowicz. Oh, okay. He may have. His name is listed on here, but he's not actually here. Plaskowicz from Keene. So Katzel competed yesterday, so he's not here today.
Actually, come to think of it, I haven't seen a single Sauhegan runner at all
Which
today.
makes sense because we saw a lot of them down there. We saw Swanbun run a phenomenal 800 time yesterday.
Speaking of phenomenal, that was Pettingill running across the line.
That is our next fastest time out of that after that 39.98. Pettingill 38.52. Plaskowicz 39.04. 14-14. Let's see this matchup here. Landon Richards gonna definitely be highlighting here from Interlake Smith of Sauhegan. Not actually here. Farkas and Monadnock head-to-head again.
Looks pretty even so far. Maybe Richards is closing. Richards
Richard,
is
I would say
closing in.
Richards should be the one that wins this. He's been a phenomenal in the 300 this year.
Let's see on this home stretch. He's in front.
As Richards putting on a gap on Farkas. So Richards should be your winner.
37.
Nice lean. Snag a time of 37.62. Your 300 winner for the boys. Farkas 39.43. We're going to head over to that 1,500 meter start for the girls.
So we got two heats. We got Mahoney of Wyndham, Fox of Wyndham, Duncan of Campbell, Bauer of Hollis Brookline, Harris of Keene, Gortula of Milford, Bauer of Monadnock, King of Keene, and Seggy of Sanborn Regional. So they are getting ready to go on the line. Mahoney's her top seed at 5:36.85. Her teammate Fox is right behind her.
Got some cheering over at Shot Put. Again, Shot Put is live. You can head over to live.sscresults.com
And you can
to
maybe
check out those field event
in the top
results.
left corner, maybe see anywhere that they land. See a ball rolling in right now.
Yep, it actually did land off screen, unfortunately.
It did, yeah.
So you only
Well,
got the
I
roll.
throw it further.
Whoop. There we go. I feel like we held that command for quite a bit.
So Mahoney with the good start. Her teammate Fox is right behind her. Again, this could be neck and neck between the two of them. Duncan in third, and kind of sliding in on the inside of Fox. With early goings. Yeah, so Duncan actually pulled off the good move there of getting on the inside of Fox to get herself into second place. As Mahoney strings it out right from the gun, we are in a whole long line right now. So they come down. It's going to be 7 laps to go. Mahoney holds the lead, 43 seconds into the race so far. These three are kind of stretching away, and actually Mahoney's trying to build a bit of a gap. We'll see if Fox can kind of bridge the gap towards her teammate and close back up. But it is Mahoney in the lead, Duncan in second, Fox in third. Now we have 6 laps to go. Juliana Mahoney. Nice battle for second right now. And in fourth place is Bauer of Monadnock, then a few Keene runners. So it's going to be Mahoney. Going to have a half mile to go right here, and she's got a big gap. 1:50 on the clock. Fox now moves into second. Duncan in third. So we'll see if that gap closes at all. Fox is putting in a good surge to get into that second position. Mahoney leads it along the backstretch still. And Duncan's closing back up on Fox for that second position. We come down with 4 laps to go. Not quite a half mile into the race yet, but we are over halfway through this race. Or no, we are not quite halfway through this race. We have 5 laps to go now. My apologies.
800.
Yeah, 800 to go. We're going to hit halfway momentarily. So plenty of time still for Fox to make up that gap. She has got a bit of a lead for second place over Duncan. As we come through 800 meters, we were around 250 or so at that mark. So here comes Juliana Mahoney. 4 to go. Making sure she's got the right count. Luckily, I was not her lap counter because I got that wrong. Fox now, well, I'll tell you what, Duncan hasn't given her her spot away yet. Still hanging tough. As now we're going to see Mahoney have some lap traffic ahead of her. We'll see how well she can close this race out, as she's 6 laps in and going to have 3 laps to go as she comes up to the finish line here. So making the pass past a lapped runner, Juliana Mahoney leading Caitlin Fox, and now Kaylee Duncan is, she looked like she wanted to swing around but decided better of it. We're going to have a quarter mile, 400 meters left to go once we come through here. Once they come through the starting line again. That is Mahoney. Fox and Duncan still in a good battle. Look at the girls behind them coming up. I wouldn't count them out yet. The gap's closed a little bit, but Mahoney still has a very solid lead. Fox still in second, Duncan in third, hasn't let her go. Now the battle for fourth and maybe closing up on second place is going to be Bauer and King from Monadnock and Keene. We've got Juliana Mahoney, lap and a half to go. She rounds that corner, and now Duncan, off camera, is moving into the lead, but no. Caitlin Fox holds her off, so she's still got second place, and Fox is starting to bridge up and start her kick. Here's the bell. Mahoney comes through at 5:03. She's got a shot to beat her seed time. Fox now is alone in second. Duncan in third. Bauer starting to pull away from King for fourth. And here comes the kick from Harris in sixth. But now with a half lap to go, it's Mahoney. Mahoney makes her way around the last corner. Huge kick from Fox. Good kick from Duncan. But now onto the home stretch. It's gonna be Juliana Mahoney. Her seed time passes, but still not a bad run solo. 5:40 on the dot. Nice kick here from Fox. We've got a great finish from Bauer. And here's Duncan, who held tough the entire race. Good finish here from Harris over her teammate King. Got 1 lap to go for Segi. Here comes Bauer, closing out her race just above 6 minutes. And it's Grotrula.
So Mahoney is going to win that one in 5:40.41. Fox 5:46.23. Bauer 5:49.29. Duncan 5:51.46. Harris 5:53.55. King 5:54.29. Bauer 6:05.07. Grachala 6:08.85. As we await for the rest of the field to close on in. Should see them coming around pretty soon.
Yeah, showdown in our next heat between Caitlin Stalker and our 3K winner, May Butler.
We also got Thurlow in there as well.
True.
So it's going to be a pretty good. We also have the other O'Shea sister in here. Seji 6:40.72 to close out that first heat of the 1500. You can go ahead and introduce that second heat, Tyler.
Right. So in our second heat, we got Caitlin Stalker of Sanborn, Butler of Hollis Brookline, Thurlow of Sanborn, O'Shea of Messinic, Sixon of Milford, Perks of Wyndham, Hardy of Hollis Brookline, Flanagan of Campbell, and Barlow of Sanborn. So some great cross-country runners coming in. Thurlow was 41st in the MIA Champions. And O'Shea, I'm looking up her time right now.
All right. Oh,
17th.
I guess we were waiting for the white flag, and we got it.
And of course, 6 and 1, the 1K. So, a pretty good field here. 5:08, our top seed time from Stalker. And it is Stalker in front, but Erin O'Shea now goes around her. Looks like Flanagan's going to be in 3rd place, with Thurlow slotting into 4th. So it's O'Shea taking the lead from Stalker. And now here we go. Thurlow is starting to close up on this pack, or on these 2 leaders. But looks like O'Shea is going to be the one to string it out early on. Hazel Perks is up there as well. Perks was 45th at MIA Champions in cross country.
Hey, your sister Caitlin was able to win the 6th, so maybe she can snag a win
sister,
here. So
double?
be O'Shea double winners.
Well, O'Shea did build a gap, but look at this. Perks is trying to move up. Stalker is still holding the inside for 2nd place, leading the chase pack, and Thurlow's right behind her teammate. Also, Butler kind of staying smart, right in 5th place. The pack is kind of down to 5 now, at least 4 chasing O'Shea.
Yeah, you definitely can't put anything against Butler and Stalker for sure, as well as, as Thurlow is what else I meant. But Butler definitely can sneak in there, even with a double under her belt at this point.
And now in 2nd place, it's Thurlow with Stalker right in her shoulder. Looks like Stalker wants to go around as they're approaching O'Shea.
Man, their form is very similar.
Yeah, that's a great observation.
They are stride for stride. That is, I mean, sure, you're teammates, but it's often rare that you see 2 teammates have stride lengths and form the exact same.
So now we saw Butler going around Perks, trying to stay with this pack that's sort of going away from them. It's O'Shea still with that gap over Thurlow. Stalker's now right on the rail, right behind Thurlow. And then there's a small gap back to Butler.
Yeah, I don't know. Stalker and Thurlow work a lot better working from the back. So I would say O'Shea right now is definitely at a disadvantage here. If she's trying to win this one, she's got to start moving now.
The only thing is, you don't want to let O'Shea have that gap still. I think if I'm Thurlow, I'm closing it down as soon as I can. Because if you let that grow, it's like a crack in a driveway. It's only going to get bigger.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is, I mean, again, O'Shea should be expanding that gap. Those 2, they're in their strong suit right now where they're chasing down their leader.
O'Shea looks strong. She knew what kind of pace she wanted to go out at. We got 4 laps to go, and it's really stringing out. We got Thurlow pulling away from Stalker now, and that pack of Butler, then Perks, and Sixon is further back. But O'Shea is now building that lead. She's got maybe about 10 meters, could be closer to 12, up on Thurlow, who has about the same gap back to Stalker, who has the same gap back to Butler. Now we come under the stretch with 3 laps to go. It's still O'Shea in front. Thurlow has her eyes on her. It's down to these 2, I'd say. If Thurlow wants to make a move, she's got to go soon. We're going to be approaching the 400 meter to go mark, as it's O'Shea still in front. She's held this amount of lead for a few laps now, so it's not been expanding too much, and actually it's starting to come down a little bit maybe, or maybe it's just that these 2 are pulling away so much it looks like it's smaller than it really is. So O'Shea has the gap, less than a quarter mile to go. That's less than 1 lap of the outdoor track, but that's 2.5 here at UNH. O'Shea has the lead, 2 laps to go at 4:02 on the clock. They could be attacking that seed time of 5:08.50, which is the top time in this heat. Stalker still in 3rd. She's got a solid gap back to Sixon now, who leads over Butler and Perks. O'Shea maintaining that lead. Thurlow, is she going to start a kick? Will O'Shea have a kick? We're going to have those questions answered for us in just less than a lap. Here we go, approaching the bell.
200 to go. Let's see what response.
Yeah,
Thurlow has.
And if Thurlow comes up on O'Shea's shoulder, is she going to be able to respond as well? O'Shea looks back. She sees Thurlow's there, but not quite there yet.
I don't think O'Shea has enough of a gap. I really don't.
I don't know. It's not closing, really. Thurlow is moving better, but O'Shea's maintaining a little bit. Here we go, on to the final curve.
It's coming down the final straightaway.
On to the stretch. O'Shea has it. Here's Thurlow with the kick. O'Shea's kicking. Thurlow's going to come by.
Thurlow
gets her at the line.
Great kick by Thurlow to come back. 5:06.49. O'Shea, phenomenal effort by her from the lead. 5:06.67. Stalker 5:15.92. Sixton coming back from that 1K, 5:20.67. Perks 5:23.67. Stalker did mention her time. Butler 5:25.68. Also coming back from a double. Flanagan 5:33.37. Hardy 5:33.47. Barlow 5:36.11. Wow, that was a great 1500 race for O'Shea and Thurlow. Stalker getting in the mix as well, not too far behind him. But heck, that's a way to transition to the boys.
Yeah.
If you want to introduce our guys over there.
So we got Howie of Hollis Brookline, then Smith of Wyndham, Kirby of Milford, Andrews of Belmont, Towsley of Campbell. I almost fell into the computer there.
Please don't. We've had so many things. We can't have somebody fall over on this.
Sorry, Towsley of Campbell. There's Roziers of Hollis Brookline, Stromsky of Wyndham, Amavic of Raymond, Buccino of Hollis Brookline, Bauer of Hollis Brookline, Carroll of Wyndham, Kim of Wyndham, and Lagerberg of Keene. So our top seed is Thomas Howie of Hollis Brookline. He's got about 4 seconds on Brad Smith, who has about 6 seconds on Colin Kirby. So you're going to want to see them going right around 31 seconds per lap to approach these kind of times. 4:23 is 5 flat pace. They're going around maybe 5:12 pace for their run. Of course, at this point in the season, you want to start getting your times down. Looking at the battle notes for the 1500, at least in D2, to make top 12 right now, you need a 4:25, so they've got some work to do.
White flag given, starting command given, and we're off. Double-decker start line for this heat.
Howie does have the lead over Smith. Looks like Kirby wants to get into that mix early on as well, so he's going to slot in right behind Howie. But Thomas Howie's the one setting the pace early on. You can tell he wants to put up a good time. And it seems that it's going to be Howie and Kirby who are the two breaking away early on. But don't count out Smith and Andrews. Those four are definitely our top four today. And now it looks like Kirby's going to try to make a move. He goes into the lead. We've got Howie in second. Now they're coming around the back corner. And we'll see them on the final curve. There they are. So that's Thomas Howie. Sorry, that is Colin Kirby leading Thomas Howie. So they go around the back corner again with Kirby, then Howie, then Smith, and Andrews. Once again, those four are definitively broken away. I will say, they're not really a pack. It's more of, they're all kind of separated from each other by a few strides. As here they come towards, well, we can see Bob right there. I don't know what he's doing, but either way, we still see our leader, Colin Kirby. Thomas Howie. Really, it stayed the same since the last few laps.
Thank you, Bob, for that brief cameo.
Always love a Bob cameo. All right. So it looks like Howie's coming back up on Kirby now. They got 5 laps to go at this point. Still some work to do. Once again, around 4:24, I believe, is what you need to make it to states right now, and who's to say it's going to last for the next week. And now, Howie wants to go back around maybe. 2:25 on the clock. So they're running around 4:30 pace right now for 1500. Is Howie going to make a move? He goes in the inside. Aggressive plan there, and it works off for him, or pays off, works out. These two are definitely away. They've got Smith hanging out in third. He's got a bit of a gap back to Andrews. Our chase pack consists of our 5, 6, 7, and 8 seeds. That's Towsley, Desrosiers, Stromsky, and Amovic. Now, it's going to be Kirby who is in the best position, and actually he's going to make a move as they lap some runners. Howie gets a bit cut off there, going around his teammate. So Kirby leads, starting to build a gap. And now Kirby, he's got the lead, but Howie is still shadowing him. Looking back in third, Andrews is starting to close down on Smith as we approach 2 laps to go. Kirby leading Howie. They're going to go around inside what we call the cave. And now, maybe coming on his outside is Thomas Howie trying to make the move into the lead. It's been back and forth. Is Kirby going to have a response? We got a lap and a half to go. Our battle for third is also very good with our second and fourth seeds, Smith and Andrews. Now approaching the bell. Kirby trying to go back around. Can Howie hold the inside? He does, at least until the curve. Kirby slotting in behind him. He's going to have a chance on this backstretch to go. Is he going to take it? We'll see. There's Kirby trying to go around, trying to use the lap runners, but it's going to be Howie holding him off, starting to build a gap. We're going to approach the home stretch. 4:37 on the clock. Thomas Howie to the line, and he's going to win the race over Colin Kirby.
Right around 4:42 for him. That's 4:42. 48 for Howie. Kirby 4:43, 42.
A back and forth race. We got Brad Smith in third, Sean Andrews in fourth. We got a nice battle for fifth coming up.
Smith 4:50.20. Andrews 4:52.26. Hello, Chris Benson, our timer. Got a lot of the rest of the field starting to come through.
I think Townsley and a big fan there cheering him on.
Towsley 5:08.78. Stromsky 5:10.20. Desrosiers 5. Amovic 5:23.44. And we'll see the rest of the field close on in. This was the final heat, first and final heat of the boys 1500. Buccino 5:32.48. Carroll 5:42.16. Kim 5:45.42. Bauer 5:47.89. Lagerberg, I think he should be in. Should be. Or do we have him still out in the field? There he is. Lagerberg coming through right around 6:07. It's going to be officially 6:07.21. We are on to our relays. 2 events left on the track, 4x4 and 4x160. Girls 4x4 right now. It's been a heck of a day here on New Hampshire Track and Field, powered by Marathon Sports. Thank you all for joining us on this phenomenal Sunday of track and field, and of course, football, of course, if you're here with us instead. We all appreciate and think that this is a better place to be anyway. As we now will introduce our first heat, Keene, Pelham, Hollis, Brookline, Wyndham, Sanborn, and Campbell. Interesting that they have a set call on a waterfall start line. If they're in lanes, totally get it, but they were in waterfall, so. Who am I to judge? It's Bob. I can't criticize Bob at all.
Yeah, Bob's like the honey badger. He doesn't care.
That's one way to put it. So it looks like we've already broken away from that pack of 3 in the back. I believe that is Hollis Brookline and Keene up at the front.
Yep, Keene leading Hollis Brookline, then Campbell, and Sanborn. And Pelham. So we got that handoff. Keene starting to extend the lead. Hollis Brookline trying to stay in contact. And Campbell and Sanborn a good battle. Give it Stalker fresh off of the 1500 third place.
Yeah, she does not, she did not have a long time to come back from that.
So Keene holds the lead. They've actually extended their gap. So we'll see what the third leg can do. The handoff is good. Hollis Brookline, their handoff not as fast, but not bad. They got the baton across without any incident. Keene's got about half a straightaway, maybe a bit more. And all of our handoffs are away.
If anybody saw in that picture-in-picture, that was Bob telling Hollis Brookline to smile for the camera. And that way we actually got that.
That's great.
That was awesome. I've actually now lost where we are. There we go.
Yep, so we're going to see Pelham coming up now on Keene, but Pelham is a lap behind. So Keene still holds the lead. Got a handoff here. I believe they're the Blackbirds is Keene's mascot.
I don't know, actually.
Well, if they're not, then I'm a fool, but I'm pretty sure they are. Yeah, they have some sort of bird.
Well, yes, there's some sort of bird. I don't know. Crows?
No, I think they're the Blackbirds.
Okay. Blackbirds sound better.
So down with 1 lap to go. We're going to hit the bell. And Hollis Brookline in second. Coming through the bell now. Those two are far away from the rest of the field, which Sanborn is in third. We've got Keene approaching the last curve. They're going to come onto the home stretch. They've led it from the gun, built their lead. 4:29 at the finish. Hollis Brookline, a great kick. They pass by Campbell, who they are lapping.
Final time for Keene, 5:29.57. Hollis Brookline, 5:35.23. Campbell, 5:35.34.
Campbell has a lap to go.
Well, that's interesting. Their time just showed up.
That time is
incorrect.
Fake news.
Whoa. Sanborn, 5:56.91. They are third.
There's Campbell.
Yep, Campbell just finishes. 5:04.10. This is the only heat of the girls 4x4. Did not mention that. Pelham, 5:10.30. And now Wyndham coming up shortly. Or actually, wait, we might not. Do we have Wyndham? I don't think we did.
I don't think so.
Wyndham was
They're
at
coming on the
DNS.
track now. So.
Yep, so now we've got 4 teams on the track for the boys 4x4.
Crowell leading off for Keene,
And
looking dangerous.
If I'm not mistaken, I'm not seeing any 4x160s over there for girls except for Keene.
Girls is going to have 2 heats, 4x160.
All right, now I'm seeing them. Come on. So, all right. We got 5 teams for the boys 4x4. We got Keene, Wyndham, Monadnock, Pelham, and Halls Brookline.
Keene, home of Aiden Kindop. Apparently Lars is rooting for Keene. And you should hear the yells of the crowd. So here's Wayne Crowell with the lead for Keene.
Double winner already. Let's see if he wants to take a third with his teammates.
He definitely wants to. We'll see if he will.
I guess that is the better way to put it.
All right, coming through with a lap to go. Remember, handoffs happen 2.5 laps in because we're on a 160-meter track.
And unfortunately, we will miss off on 2 of the handoffs.
But I'll let
3.
you know how they go.
So they're coming around.
All right, first handoff for Keene. Looks pretty good. Monadnock's in second. Remember, they got Jocelyn on their anchor. So.
Oh, really good handoffs all the way through. Keene is storming to the lead. Monadnock in second.
And I would say, Jocelyn can make it up if he gets the baton pretty close, but Morton's going to be the anchor, our 1,000 winner, so that's going to be a dangerous task, or a tall task. The energy is high as they round the track. Keene's coming up. They're going to have their exchange at the halfway point, handing off to their third leg. So it's Keene in the lead at 151. Here comes Monadnock in second. 159. So Keene's got about half a lap on the rest of the field. They're winning going away right now. Just make sure you get that baton all the way around the track. That's the big task now. We'll see what kind of time they're able to put up. They're moving well around any lap traffic. He comes onto the stretch for the last time. He's going to round the corner, heading off towards the handoff. So we're going to have Gavin Morton, 1,000-meter winner. Takes the baton. It wasn't the best handoff, but he got it, so they won't be DQ'd on handoffs. That's good. Jocelyn gets the baton in third. So 3 flat right there. They're definitely going sub 4 by a bit. You'd hope at least. Morton looking smooth right now. Jocelyn is trying to close. And now we're on the last lap. It's not an impossible gap. Well, it is impossible, but it's not the biggest gap. He's closed it down by a bit. Morton holds the lead. He's going to hang on, but it's going to get closer at the end. He crosses the line at 3:45. Jocelyn fighting to the line. That's his third second place of the day. So no interviews for him. Then it's going to be Wyndham, Hollis Brookline, and then Pelham. And Pelham does have a lap to go still.
Keene is going to take that in 3:45.82. Monadnock 3:49.68. Wyndham 3:54.65. Hollis Brookline still going, or 3:56.22.
Seems that he's celebrating a little bit on his way around the track.
And Pelham will finish up here. Don't know what Pelham's should be. Not sure when that. 4:06.98 for Pelham as we are on to the girls 4x160 heat 1 of 2. Campbell versus Pelham head to head. All right, here we go. First exchange, Pelham and Campbell. Looks like they're pretty even through that one.
So it is the 160 with Pelham and Campbell. So Pelham's going to have the lead, still in lanes. Ooh, tough handoff for Campbell there. And they are able to cut in, I believe. Yep. As we are handing off to our anchor legs. Gonna ring the bell. More for the crowds than the runners, because I'm sure they know they have 1 lap to go. Pelham stretching out their lead. Looking pretty good. Around the back stretch. Closing down on the finish. Across the line, 134. And here's Campbell, 140.
Finish time for Campbell, or Pelham, 134.33. Campbell, 140.24. Now on to our final heat of the girls 4x160. We got Sanborn and Keene. And it looks like we'll probably have 2 heats of the boys 4x160.
3 heats.
3 heats, excuse me. I just assumed by looking.
Never assume, quote, Liam Bonneman.
Wise words by a great man.
I saw Liam recently, actually.
Did you?
I came into Eastern Mountain Sports,
Oh.
which is my other
I didn't know
job.
he was still around here.
Yep.
I think we've been off, like, I don't know. I feel like he's somebody like you that, like, travels the
He
world or
lives in
something.
Dover. He is, I forget the exact job title, but he like analyzes rivers.
Ooh.
Which is pretty cool. So somewhat on the definitely on the environmental side.
Yep.
A lot of chemistry involved. Here we go. Keen handoff, good handoff for both these teams. Feels like just yesterday I was chasing Liam my freshman year of high school as he was a senior, run around this track in the 1500. Those are the days. Now we got Sanborn trying to use that staggered start to move into the lead. It's going to be neck and neck right here. Sanborn and Keene at the cut-in. Sanborn gets the baton first. Keene a late handoff, so that's going to be a bit tough. Hopefully they got it off in time. We'll get word momentarily. Either way, it didn't help them.
I don't see any motion from officials, so I think they're good.
That's good. If it was by my eye, I don't think they got it, but I think they were willing to let it slide a
Then
little
again,
bit.
the officials are down there, we're over here, so
Yep.
I would say they probably have a better eye on it than we do.
True. All right, it's Sanborn in front. Keene's chasing. Coming around the stretch. Sanborn's held their lead. Keene gonna try to catch. But Sanborn hangs on. 1:32 on the clock, 1:33 for Keene, something like that. We'll have official results momentarily. 1:32.38 to 1:32.96. So it's Keene, Hollis, Brookline, and Campbell for the boys starting out. So an all-out sprint on a 160-meter track is always hectic. We'll see what happens here. So Campbell gets the baton first. They're off to a good lead. Campbell well out in front. Keene over Hollis Brookline. So Campbell in the outer lane, they had the stagger to start, but still hold the lead. Now it's coming back up. Keene actually takes the lead from them. So a big second leg for Keene. Keene's in the lead. Now Hollis Brookline trying to pass Campbell. So Keene starting a little bit up for the triangle. Gonna go ahead, and there we are. Great handoff there. All the teams have gotten good handoffs here. Onto our anchor legs. Keene with a monster lead now. Campbell trying to track down Hollis Brookline. On the stretch, Keene gonna cross in 1:22. Fight for the line. Hollis Brookline, then Campbell.
Come on. Keene 1:22.51, Hollis Brookline 1:26.03, Campbell 1:26.72.
2 more heats to go. Sanborn and Milford in this one. 2 kind of dark blue schools.
Yeah, jerseys are almost similar.
7 letters in them. And an O is the third to last letter. And an R. Those are all similarities between Sanborn and Milford. So far, it looks like Milford is in the lead. You know, I'm curious why they have them start at the same place when it's still a staggered start for this next leg. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is a question, isn't it?
But, you know, who cares? I don't have that much sway, so.
Yeah.
Here we go. Milford's handing off.
Ooh.
And it's going to be Milford in the lead. Handing off their new 3,000 school record holder, Cherupin. Or actually, we heard in his interview, it's actually pronounced Scorpin.
Scorpin?
The U is silent.
Oh.
Can you believe that? So here we go. Scorpin around the corner. He fights for the line, digging all the way, 121.
Definitely good to know because we're definitely going to be saying his name quite a bit throughout the season, especially out in outdoor also. Milford 121.92, Sanborn 123.28. Our final race of the day. Monadnock and Pelham. Peyton Jocelyn, 4x160.
I mean, are you surprised? He does everything.
No, definitely not, but big day for him. 3 events.
4 events.
3K,
600.
Was he in the 4x4?
He was. He was
Oh,
the
I
anchor leg.
didn't even notice him.
Well, they didn't win,
I won't.
so. This could be his 4th second place of the day. He might get an interview if he wins this race. How bad do you want it?
He's avoiding us like the plague. He's dealt with us enough. He's over us. Yeah. Here we go. That's what's at stake. Will Jocelyn get his interview? That's going to be the question we want answered tonight.
So the time to beat right now is 121.92 by Milford. Oh, good handoff by Monadnock.
Slight edge in the handoff for Pelham. They're neck and neck going into the straightaway.
Yeah, but as I said, they might get the handoff neck and neck, but Monadnock has the inside. That being said, Pelham is hanging in there well.
I don't know. Pelham they're still right there. Monadnock has a slight edge, gets a handoff ahead of Pelham. So Pelham now a couple strides back.
Once again, 121.92 is the time to beat.
Pelham getting up on the shoulder, going into lane 2 on the curve.
This is going to be an exciting finish.
Over to Jocelyn. Jocelyn has the edge.
Is he going to hang on?
Let's see if Pelham can outlast Jocelyn with 3 events on his legs. I don't think he's going to do it, Jocelyn.
The corner. Hey, are they going to beat the first heat, though? 120? They're going to get it.
They're get it. So Jocelyn, question answered,
finally gets a win.
Will get his interview.
Barely. They barely get the win.
Wow.
0.24 in it.
120.90 and Pelham 121.14. Wow. What a day here at UNH.
Yeah, he really procrastinated that interview until the very end.
He's been delaying it.
Thank you so much. It's amazing. Yeah, that's the goal.
So we are going to close. We're going to close it out here at UNH. We have the runner who made 2 bursts in the 600 coming to talk to us here. So happy to talk to everybody who wants to come by. And we're going to close out here at UNH. You've been watching New Hampshire Track and Field powered by Marathon Sports. Thank you all for joining us here on this wonderful Sunday. Everybody hopefully get home safe in this impending weather, as we will see you all at PA next week. And we'll close it out here. Thanks so much, Ryan Moore, Tyler Sheedy, as long with others for tonight. Davio DeLuca, Lars Hogney, and Hoagie. And
make sure to smash that like button.
Yes, like button, subscribe. Also follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Check out those interviews over on those 2 social media platforms as we say so long here at UNH at the Sweet.
Paul Sweet Oval.
Is it called the Sweet
Paul
Oval?
Sweet Oval.
So farewell again from the Sweet Oval. Thanks so much for joining us.
The
Have
Paul
a great night.
Sweet Oval. Sweet's his last name. Bye.